ladyship.
Well, you can come back in later. I want a moment alone with my husband, if you don't mind.
As you wish, ma'am.
Good morning, darling.
Don't you darling me. At least not until you explained to me why you ran off last night and where you went.
I told you I needed to get some fresh air.
You also said that you wouldn't be gone long, but you simply disappeared. Not only did I have to say goodnight to our guests by myself, but I also went to bed alone.
I'm sorry. You must have been asleep when I got home.
And just where were you, Robert? That's what I'd like to know.
Nowhere in particular. I was just driving around.
Oh, stop it. I can't bear it when you lie to me.
I'm not lying to you.
It's no good looking at me with those puppy dog eyes. It won't work this time. I know very well you were with Cassie last night.
Cord, treating me to breakfast was a sweet thought, but I hope you don't feel like you had to do it just to make up for what happened at the cabin.
Or for what didn't happen. Listen, I really feel bad about that. And taking you to breakfast is the least I can do to let you know that I do care about you.
Every time I look in your eyes, I know you care about me. And I also understand and agree with you that things should be just perfect between us before we make love for the first time.
Listen, you know, it's not like I don't want you. Because I do. It's just, I got these things I need to take care of first.
I know. Could I make a suggestion?
Sure.
I think you really need some time to work out your feelings. And I want to give you all the time that you need. It's just, in the meantime, I think it might be easier for you if we avoided seeing each other for a while.
Mrs. Roberts will see you presently, sir. May I offer you some coffee?
What?
Coffee, sir.
Yes, please, Heron. Thank you. Black, no sugar. That's good. Thanks. Boy, am I glad to see you.
Don't touch me. I'm mad at you.
I know. I came by to see you last night to talk to you. Where'd you go?
I went to Dee Dee's motel room to see if you were there, and you'd already left.
Why did you go there?
Because I wanted to find out once and for all if you're going back together with your ex-wife. Well, are you?
Here's what to do. Of course, I'm not getting back together with Dee Dee. I told you that last night. I wish you would stop this craziness about Dee Dee.
Look, all I know is just that you send me off on this big cruise, and I go and I come back, and then there's this big party going on that I don't know anything about. And then I see Dee Dee just begging you for a reconciliation. I mean, call me madcap, but that spells out betrayal to me.
No, you know what? You're blowing all this way out of proportion.
Am I?
Yes. First of all, I had no idea that Dee Dee was even going to show up last night. And how could I invite you to a party when I had no idea you were going to cut your vacation short? Hey, and you heard the blow up? Listen, my marriage to Dee Dee is over. Has been for a long, long time.
Look, I just can't believe that you just ran after her after she left like that.
I had no other choice. I knew that she was upset after she hit me with this crazy idea about a reconciliation, and then she ran out. And since I knew she was upset, I didn't want her to do anything stupid, you know, like hurt herself.
Yeah, or write strange things on bathroom towels.
Where did you get that?
In Dee Dee's motel room.
Beau is a fake. Lord.
I know. What does it mean?
This beats the hell out of me. It's obvious that she's taken a plunge off the deep end just because I rejected her.
You know, she really is some kind of nutcase or something. And, you know, I would like to give her a piece of my mind for writing things like this about you.
Believe me, so would I. but I have no idea how to find her. After we got back to the motel room, we had this big fight, and then she grabbed her bags and she was right off to the airport, you know. She left me to pay the bill.
Well, you know what I say?
Hmm.
Good riddance to ex-wives.
Yeah. You know, by the way, how did you know where Dee Dee was staying?
Well, it was on a matchbook. Why?
I'm just curious.
Oh.
Hi.
Well, didn't expect to see you this early today.
Well, just out trying to catch the worm, you know, all that.
Well, what happened after you and Dee Dee left the party last night? Is she all right?
I'll tell you the honest truth, Vicky. I really don't know, and I could really care less.
Aren't you being a little paranoid about this?
No, not at all. You've been treating me as if I were nothing more than a roommate since we got married. You run out on the most important party of my life, and you don't even bother coming back until the small hours of the morning.
But that doesn't mean I was with Cassie.
All right, all right. Where were you then?
A problem came up at Stars. I had to take care of it.
Well, why didn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because you would have given me a hard time about it, and I didn't want to argue with you.
Last night was my introduction to Landview society. How do you think I felt having my own husband disappear before it was over? I was already upset over Beau and Dee Dee's little scene. But it didn't matter to you one bit that you were adding ruination to an already disastrous evening.
Look, whether you like it or not, Stars is my business. It's my responsibility. I have better ways of spending my time than standing around here asking how high when you say jump. Now what are you crying about?
You think I'm a monstrous tyrant, don't you?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you don't have to. Maybe I'm behaving foolishly, but I'm not blind, Robert. I know how you felt about Cassie when you married me. You weren't completely over her yet.
That's no reason to get jealous every time I'm not with you.
It's not jealousy. Can't you understand that? It's insecurity. I need to know that you love me.
I married you, didn't I? Now get off my back about Cassie.
I'm sorry, darling. I know you're right. I should forget all about her. I just missed not having you next to me last night. Why don't we go back upstairs? Make up for lost time.
I can't. I have an early appointment at Stars. I'll see you later.
Damn your club!
So this... is the honeymoon over so soon?
So is that what you want? That we don't see each other for a while?
I don't know. I thought maybe it would be best for both of us.
Look, I know it's kind of rotten of me to ask you to put your feelings on hold until I get my act together. But I gotta be honest with you. I don't want to stop seeing you. I know for a fact that I will miss you.
I will miss you, too.
Couldn't we go back to being friends?
I think we've tried that so many times, and it just doesn't seem to work. I mean, we always end up in situations like we did last night at the cabin.
Yeah, I guess our relationship has always been a little bit more than handshakes and smiles, huh?
Honey, I don't even know what our relationship is anymore. I just know that until you get your feelings sorted out, I feel like I'm on a merry-go-round. You know, I'm dizzy. And I have got to get off and catch my breath.
And there's nothing I can do or say to change your mind, huh?
I just don't want to force you to do or say anything that you're not ready to do. I mean, there's time for commitment, right? And until then, I just would really like to try and go back to where we started, you know? I mean, I know I've said that so many times, but I mean back to where we really started. Just two good friends who really care about each other.
And seeing how upset Dee Dee was, I naturally followed her back to her motel room, and because I'd rejected her, we had a real knockdown and drag out. She grabbed her bag, said she never wanted to see me again, and just took off for the airport.
I really wish I'd had a chance to talk to her a bit more than I did. I might have been able to help her or comfort her.
Yeah, it's Too bad you had to go through this kind of scene with her again. I mean, the first go-around must have been tough enough.
Yeah, it really was. You know, after finding out that our marriage was falling apart because of another guy, we really went at it then, too.
I suppose there's absolutely no chance of a reconciliation?
After last night, absolutely not. After seeing Dee Dee's performance at that party and then later on at the motel, I think it's perfectly clear, at least to me, that there's just no hope.
Beg your pardon, madam. Breakfast is served.
Oh, thank you, Harry. Bo, would you stay and have breakfast with us?
Oh, no, thanks, really. I've got a million things to do today.
Oh, Bettina, you coming?
Yeah, I'll be right in.
Okay.
So, did you really mean what you said?
About what?
About you and Dee Dee being finished for good.
Well, I think that the key question right now is whether or not you still want to marry me.
Oh, Bo, of course I do.
Well, what do you say then that you get dressed and then meet me at our place?
Don't you think it's just a little bit early in the morning for that sort of thing?
I don't think it's ever too early for that sort of thing. Besides, I have a surprise for you.
A surprise goodie. I love surprises. What is it?
No, you're just gonna have to meet me there and find out.
Tina, I thought you were going to have breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I was, except all of a sudden I remembered I had my appointment with my hairdresser, Jay, you know, and he gets real snooty when I'm late. So I better run out. Bye-bye.
Don't look at me. She's your sister.
There is something going around. Everyone is acting in such a strange manner. And last night, Dee Dee, her behavior was downright bizarre. And she seemed almost jittery, as if she were constantly looking over her shoulder.
She didn't seem anything like the Dee Dee we've always known. But then Bo, he doesn't seem like himself either. What are you looking for?
I thought I'd lost one of my earrings when we left the party last night. I didn't remember if I'd put it in here.
Check under the bowling ball.
Very funny. I'll tell you something. This latest habit of Dee Dee's, that's the one that just baffles me.
I'll get it. Hello. Speaking.
Yeah? What? When?
Thanks for letting me know. He was lying to me. He's been lying through his teeth.
What?
That was the managing editor of the big Southwest newspaper of Aces. Some big conglomerate just bought it right out from under us.
I don't believe it. How could that have happened?
We were caught napping, that's how. And our friend Bo is the one who was singing the lullaby.
Cord? Hi. Were you guys just heading out?
Yeah, we just had some breakfast. Why?
I gotta talk to you.
It's okay. I have a lot to do anyway.
Wait a minute. So this is it? Am I ever gonna see you again?
Small world. I'm sure I'll bump into you sooner or later. I'll see you later.
Cord?
Yeah, Rob, I'm sorry. Listen, I need to talk to you, too.
About Dee Dee, right?
Yeah. Listen, I thought catching up to her, that would answer all our questions, but all it does is give us a dozen more posers to work with.
Excuse me, Mr. Roberts, you have a phone call from Clint Buchanan?
Thanks. Hey, Clint, how you doing? What's up?
The hair on the back of my neck, that's what's up. You seen your Uncle Bo?
No, I haven't. Why? What's wrong?
Look, you see him, you tell him his big brother wants to see him as soon as possible. ASAP.
Definitely. Look, Clint, maybe I better come over there before you burn up the phone lines.
Well, you suit yourself. Meanwhile, I'm going to be trying to locate him.
All right, I'll be right over. Listen, can you stick around here until I get back?
Sure. Is there a problem?
Clint, he's madder than a wet hand about something. It's got something to do with Bo, too. I'm gonna find out what it is, and I'll meet you back here, all right? Take it easy.
Hey, how long are you gonna serve us the same thing for breakfast? We've been eating that for the past few weeks.
Now, this ain't a restaurant. You don't like the food? I'd be glad to take it away.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm starving.
There's one other thing. When are they gonna turn us loose?
When the boss says so.
Yeah, well, you tell the boss that I want to talk to him. You tell him that I said we've been doing everything that he wanted for months. And now I demand that he turns us loose.
I like your spirit. You've been held prisoner for 7 months now, and still you're making demands, eh? If I were you, I'd stop making these useless demands and thank the missus for pulling off a little charade last night and saving your necks.
But why do you insist on fighting with these people?
They may still be watching us, but the speaker's turned down pretty low, so I think we can talk softly. Listen, we've got to figure out a way to put what Dee Dee went through last night to work for us to get out of here.
What's the use? After last night, it's obvious that I know too much now. These people aren't stupid. They're gonna know I told you everything.
Darling, we have to use that knowledge to our advantage.
What advantage? I mean, so what if we know for a fact that someone's out there impersonating you? And what difference does it make that we know that we're in land use somewhere near Rob and Joanna's estate? They're not gonna let us out of here. We know too much.
We can't give up hope.
Well, what hope is there?
Dee Dee, you left clues when you were out there. We have to hope that someone is gonna find them.
How dare you eavesdrop on me and my husband? And how dare you presume that any discord exists between Robert and myself?
Well, either that flying vase was a show of temper, or you have a very peculiar way of rearranging the furnishings in this room.
Get out.
Why the hell did you marry that guy? It seems he has no interest in making you happy.
He cares for me deeply. He's just preoccupied these days.
So I see. Look, I just want to tell you one thing. If you need my help, if you need anything, all you have to do is ask.
Fine. Then start by doing me the favor of leaving me alone. And stop lurking about and stop watching my every move and stop eyeing me with that contemptible look of familiarity. It makes my flesh crawl.
You love the way I look at you, and you know it.
Is there no end to your insolence?
No. Not as long as you persist in denying your feelings for me.
Very well. You leave me no choice but to speak to my father and ask him to dismiss you immediately.
Go ahead. Go running to Daddy. See where it gets you.
Mr. Buchanan. Get Henry up here, quick. I've got to meet Tina. I don't want to keep her waiting.
What's wrong?
Because that convincing little witch almost ruined everything for us. Dee Dee! That's who. I want her taken care of, Garth. Now!
Luckily, Dee Dee's cryptic call for help was discovered by Tina. Our beau is on his way to see her now. He assures me he'll be able to assuage her suspicions. And I believe he intends to cement things between them.
Beau is a fake. I knew we never should have risked letting Dee Dee out of here. Something must be done about this immediately. We can't have more questions hanging in the air about Dee Dee's whereabouts.
I agree. Garth, go down and make sure that Dee Dee disappears once and for all.
Right, Dad.
Elizabeth, I didn't hear Jarvis announce you.
Yes, well, I asked him not to. Such formality is unnecessary among friends. Don't you agree, Henry?
Assuredly. What on earth's the matter, Joanna? You seem quite perturbed.
It's Garth, Daddy. He's a bothersome boy, and I want you to dismiss him immediately. By the way, where is he? I was positive he was in here with you.
Whatever's going on, this has to be a huge operation, and I don't think it's going too smoothly for our captors.
Why do you say that?
Because
That whole charade that they made Dee Dee go through last night, that was a pretty desperate move. You know, something is going wrong. Otherwise, they wouldn't have risked her making a break for it or telling somebody else the truth.
But they knew that I wouldn't do anything, especially after they threatened to kill you and Delilah if I didn't play along.
But why take the chance at all? They made you pretend to come back to Landview, to have a reconciliation with this other beau, and then stage a big fight with them?
Yeah, but what difference does it make? I did everything that they told me to, and in the process, I failed to do anything to help us get out of here.
No, darling, don't say that. You were able to leave a whole lot of clues behind. Listen, if Vicky reads that message that you wrote on that matchbook cover put in her purse, if she knows that you need help, she's going to take that to Rafe.
If she reads the message, if Rafe can help us.
Rafe is gonna rescue us. I know he will.
God, poor Rafe. I feel so bad I had to drop hints by bringing up all these painful memories.
Did he say how he and Sammy were doing?
Well, it wasn't really much of a conversation. He hasn't given up hope of finding you, Delilah, and he misses you very much.
I miss him. I miss him so much. My baby.
No, let me see the
Hey,
face.
hey,
Get your hands off her.
Shut up and sit down. It's none of your business.
This was very stupid of you.
Where are you taking her now?
Dee Dee!
That's none of your concern. What?
Cord, I know I've put you off on this before, but I'd like you to tell me every little doubt you've ever had about your Uncle Beau.
I don't have any proof about this one way or another, Clint. All I know is that he's been acting real strange lately, you know, real skittish.
Yeah, I can't argue with you about that. You know, Pa said he doesn't remember anything about planning to sell any newspaper. Ace ever mentioned it to you?
No, he never said a word about it to me.
Which means he's, old Beau is going behind Pa's back again. Damn it, I knew I couldn't trust him on this.
Please, will you calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down. Beau has overstepped his bounds, Vicky. It's time somebody slapped that boy back into line.
Don't you dare light into him today, especially not after what he went through last night, for heaven's sakes. Can't you imagine it must have thrown him for a loop to finally come to terms with his divorce and then have Dee Dee show up and bring up all those painful memories all over again?
This deal was cut a long time before last night. Now, I don't know why, but Beau is trying to undermine Pa's company, and I intend to find out why.
Hello.
Vicky, hi, it's me, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, honey, where are you? I thought you'd left town.
No, I'm at the airport right now, but look, I just wanted to call and apologize for the scene that I made last night.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't have to apologize for that. Good heavens, I wish we'd had a bit more time to spend together. Can't you stay on a bit longer and we'll get together?
No. It would just be much too painful. Besides, my flight for Australia is leaving very soon.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess I understand your feelings. Oh, hold on a second, honey. Cord just wants to talk to you for a second. She's going to Australia.
What?
Hello, Dee Dee. Listen, I just wanted to wish you the best and say that, well, I wish we had a chance to get better acquainted.
I have to go. Bye.
Hello. She hung up.
Well, that's very strange.
Not half as strange as her wanting to leave for Australia. Why would anyone want to go there?
I don't know. Why would she hang up without even saying goodbye to us?
Oh, you folks, excuse me. I'll see y'all later.
Now, wait a minute. Cord, where are you going?
Well, it seems like Beau's behavior is kind of catchy, doesn't it?
There. Now, does that convince you that I meant everything that I said?
Yes, it sure does.
You know, Tina, your jealousy over Dee Dee, that really hurt me. You know, you have to trust me if our relationship is really going to work.
Well, I know I got a little carried away about you and her and everything. But you'd be insecure, too. I mean, what was the way you're trying to keep our relationship such a secret?
But I told you the reason that I think it should be a secret.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't understand it. Sometimes
And I think you're ashamed of me. Well, is that it? Are you ashamed of me?
Close your eyes.
No, not until you answer my question.
Close your eyes. And I will.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Okay, then open your eyes. Now, if I was ashamed of you, would I ask you to marry me?
Oh. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, then, don't say anything.
Grapes for nibble.
Garth's comings and goings are no mystery, my dear. He went out through the terrace doors. I believe he said something about talking to the gardener about the rose garden you wanted planted.
Oh, I see.
Henry, may I use your phone? I have an important call to make.
By all means, use the one in the study, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
You still haven't told me why you're upset. Did you say it was something about Garth?
It certainly is. He slinks about this house on cat's paws, and I'm forever finding myself tripping over him.
Well, perhaps you should watch your step.
I don't have to. Garth appears to be doing that for me. Wherever I go, I feel his eyes on me. It's absolutely creepy.
What would you like me to do about it?
Dismiss him immediately. After all, this is my home. I don't want to feel like I'm living in a fishbowl.
Well, I quite agree, but I can't dismiss Garth without cause. As you know, he's been with me for years. I've come to depend on him tremendously.
I know, but you can always find someone else to assist you.
Joanna, my dear, you know I'd go to the ends of the earth for your slightest wish. But letting Garth go is totally out of question. However, I understand your feelings, and I'll speak to him to make sure that he gives you and Robert the privacy you need and deserve.
And what if he doesn't?
Well, we'll worry about that if and when it happens.
Oh, very well. But you make sure that he knows just how serious you are about this.
I'm always serious where your happiness is concerned, Joanna.
Thanks, Daddy. I knew you'd take care of it for me.
Don't I always?
Yes. And that's why I love you so very, very much.
And I you.
Well, I better go and find Robert and apologize for my behavior earlier.
Oh? Trouble?
Nothing that I can't take care of.
Everything under control, just as we planned. As far as Landview's concerned, Dee Dee's on her way to Australia.
Good. Well, that's settled.
Not quite.
Oh?
The little trick she pulled with the towel. It could have brought everything crashing around our ears. I think we've got to teach our prisoners a lesson.
Sort of lesson.
Well, the crime is evident. I leave it to you to fit the punishment.
Rob, come on, let's go.
What's up? Why was Clint so upset?
I'll tell you about that on the way to the airport.
Airport?
Dee Dee called Landfair when I was over there. She says she's leaving the country.
Why?
I don't know. Come on, let's go. We got to catch her before she gets to that flight.
Right behind you.
Oh, this ring is so beautiful, and it's so big. Oh, I just love it. But, you know, it's going to be such a shame if I can't just show this off to everybody.
All in time, sweetheart. All in time. You know, I still need a little more time myself just to prepare Asa for all this, so you're gonna have to give me your word of honor that you're not gonna tell anybody about our engagement.
Not even Vicky?
Not even Vicky.
But she's my sister.
Yeah, but she's also Asa's daughter-in-law.
So?
So she might not be able to keep the good news from Asa.
Oh, all right. I promise. I won't tell a soul.
Great. Thank you. Now, I've got to run.
Oh. No, come on. Can't you stay just a little longer? I mean, I hate it when you make love to me and then you have to run off and everything and leave me behind.
I know. I hate that, too. Especially when you have such a cute little behind. But I gotta go. I gotta go.
Oh, will you call later?
Yeah, I sure will.
Bo?
Hmm?
Come here.
Oh. Whoa. What was that for?
I just had one for the road.
Thank you. Hi.
Once.
Where did those guys take you? They made me call Vicky and my Uncle Pete and tell them that I was leaving for Australia.
They're covering their tracks. Really? Somebody's out there asking questions. That's why they don't want you around, so you can answer the questions.
How are they going to pull off you flying to Australia? If anybody wanted to track her down, all they'd have to do is check with the airlines and see which flight she was on.
I know. See, that might just be the exact mistake that we need right now. Were you able to give Vicky any kind of clue about this phony trip to Australia?
No, they had a gun to my head all the while I was talking to her in court.
You talked to Cord?
Yeah, he was at Landfair, so... Well, they made me hang up as soon as he got on the line.
What did Cord say?
Something about wanting to get to know me better. Why?
Because maybe Cord is the one.
You're next, genius.
For what?
He's been getting a bit too smart for his own good lately. Perhaps a nice long rest from you lovelies will teach him to keep his smart ideas to himself.
No, don't take him away from me again, please. Don't do it. Stop doing this to us. I can't take this anymore. I can't take this anymore. It's gonna be okay, honey. It's gonna be okay. Stop. It's gonna be okay.
Where are you taking me?
Well, it seems you've been having a bit too cushy a stay here. You're starting to get a little cocky. I figured a period of isolation might remind you just who's in charge. I'll take our friend to his new living quarters.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That fella can sure disappear whenever there's trouble.
Sweetheart, you've left messages for him all over town. I'm quite sure he'll pick up one of them and call you back.
Well, he better. Anyway, I got to get to the office. I'll keep trying to reach him from there. Well, there's a breath of fresh air.
Hi, Vicky. Sarah, we haven't seen much of you recently.
I know. I'm sorry. I have been so busy with the center.
Well, you know, I keep meaning to sit down with you and find out how it's coming along.
Clint, you would not believe it. I mean, I really think we're going to be able to open in the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
I know. It's great.
That's terrific. Meanwhile, I got to be running along, but we will get together.
Great.
I'll call you from the office.
Okay. Sweetheart, please try and be objective about this latest development.
It's not going to be easy, but I'll try.
See you later.
How about some coffee?
I'd love some. Thanks.
Well, what can I do for you?
Actually, it's Cord.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just missed him.
No, I didn't actually want to see him. I wanted to talk to you about Cord and Tina. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you in the middle. I know that Tina's your sister. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just, I was hoping I could count on you to be a friend right now.
Of course you can. You always can. You know that. What is it?
Thanks. Well, I guess you know that Cord and I have been seeing each other lately. Mm-hmm. Vicki, I don't know. It just seems no matter how much we try to work around it, I just definitely get the feeling that he is not over Tina.
I would say you're right. But I think that his feelings are of guilt more than anything else because of the way he broke things off with Tina. And I think that's only natural.
I do, too. I understand that. I was just wondering if Tina had mentioned seeing anyone else lately.
Well, every conversation with Tina eventually winds up on the topic of men. But seriously? No, I don't think she's seeing anyone at the moment, no.
What
What are you doing here, Bo? Don't you realize how dangerous it is for you to be seen here so often?
I'll lay off. Elizabeth, listen, I have enough headaches keeping Tina happy right now. She wants to go public with our engagement.
Another problem of your own making. If you weren't so obsessed with taking revenge on Cord for coming between you and Kate, you wouldn't find yourself in this position.
Don't get high and mighty with me, Elizabeth. We're all in this for our own reasons. Yeah, I want to get even with Cord. I want to marry Tina to get her share of the Lord inheritance. Those are my reasons.
Bo is right. We mustn't condemn each other for pursuing our own personal interests.
Agreed. But it's another matter when those interests endanger the common goal.
I'll tell you what's endangering the common goal. It's Cord sneaking around. It's Clint finding out about our conglomerate taking over Ace's Southwest newspaper. He's been calling me all morning, leaving messages.
You mean that you haven't returned them?
You're damn right I haven't. I'm tired of taking all the heat here, and I don't mind telling you, I'm about to lose it. Now listen, Henry, you do something to get that guy off my back, or I will.
I completely understand the great strain under which you've been working, but I beg you hold on until we've accomplished our goal of taking over the Buchanan Communications empire.
Oh, sure. Hold on. That's easy for you to say, Henry, because you're not the guy in the hot seat. You're not the guy who has to explain his every move to Clint. Plus, you're not the guy who has to continually cover up our tracks.
I assure you, our next move will be the beginning of the end for the Buchanans.
Good. But I won't be around when you make it. Clint is constantly breathing down my neck. He's questioning every move I make. Plus, it's not too nice having Cord putting ideas, suspicions in his daddy's head all the time.
I quite agree. It's time you distanced yourself from Clint Buchanan and Son.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be halfway on the other side of the world when this next deal takes place.
Don't you want to watch the fireworks?
The fireworks, Elizabeth? Fireworks, hell. When Clint hears about this deal, he's going to explode like the atomic bomb.
There's someone exciting inside you, and her...
And that I ask you about Tina is I just noticed that she's been with Bo on occasion.
Oh, that, yes. Well, I mean, I think that Bo has been trying to be a good friend to her and has been ever since that horrible mix-up about the contribution to the museum. That's all.
Well, I mean, you don't think she's using Bo to try and make Cord jealous, do you?
With Tina, anything is possible. And Bo is a very warm, caring man. Now, I have warned Tina not to read anything more into Bo's attentions than pure friendship. But I don't know as far as making Cord jealous. I know that he still has feelings for Tina, but I also know that he's trying very, very hard to get over them.
Oh, I know he is. It's just in the meantime, I don't know what to do about my feelings for him.
Would you like to elaborate a little on that?
Vicky, I am falling in love with him. And it really scares me because I know he still has feelings for Tina. And I'm afraid of pushing it because I know how hurt I would be if he went back to her.
Yeah. I know he cares about you a great deal. But I also think your fears are justified, yeah. I guess all you can do is take it slow and wait and see how Cord resolves his feelings for Tina before you make a commitment.
I know that. You know, I know that in my head. It's just, in my heart, I don't feel that way.
Hello, Sarah. What are you doing here?
We're having a conversation.
Oh, about Cord, no doubt?
I think probably I should leave now.
No.
No, that's okay. I was just on my way upstairs.
What happened to your hair?
What was wrong with my hair?
Nothing, darling. That's what I mean. It looks exactly the same as when you left here. I thought you were going to the hairdresser.
Oh, yeah, I was. You see, Jay got sick, so he kind of canceled all his appointments. I mean, can you believe him? He is so irresponsible, thinking about his own health before worrying about making me look even better.
It's almost noon. Why not take a break, have a spot of lunch? I'll keep an eye on our guests.
Well, thank you, sir. I was just beginning to feel a bit peckish.
Alf, old chap, turn up the loudspeaker before you go.
Right.
I am so terrified, Delilah. What are they going to do to us? What are they doing to Bo? I don't know. But we have to believe that whatever they want, they need us alive. That's why they haven't killed us yet.
I don't know. You can't think about it because they want us to be frightened. That's their weapon. That's what they're using to make us do what they want. God, what are we supposed to do? We gotta have faith.
I'm starting to worry about you, Lord Henry. Lately, you've taken to just sitting there, staring at those two lovelies.
I know. I can't seem to take my eyes off Beau's first wife.
Delilah?
Yes. It's absolutely uncanny. The striking resemblance she bears to my dear departed Caroline.
Excuse me one second. Did that last flight for Australia leave yet? Australia.
Hey!
I'm sorry, sir.
It's due to depart any minute now.
What's the gate number? Man, we gotta catch Dee Dee before she gets on that flight.
Well, I'm afraid you're too late. The passenger should be aboard by now.
Please, just tell us the gate number.
11.
Where is it?
It's to the right.
Thank you. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Where are you?
Jeez.
Now?
What do you got?
Can I take the plane?